Stretchmo just came out of nowhere. There was no build-up or any hint of it in the slightest, which is a bit odd when it's the fourth game in a beloved puzzle series. But here it is, back on the 3DS and trying new things. And one of those ideas is actually its pricing system. Stretchmo is being advertised as a free-to-play game, but that's not what it is. The only part of the game that's free is a set of opening puzzles that mainly give an idea of what the rest of the gameplay will be like. From that point, players are given the option to buy the rest of the puzzles piecemeal or in a bundle. And once you buy them, they're yours. Stretchmo never tries to get any more money out of the player. So in reality, this is a full-fledged sequel, and an excellent one at that. The main difference between Stretchmo and past games in the series is in the way that the puzzles are manipulated. It sticks close to Pushmo in that the blocks are all set in place and can be pulled out or pushed in to reach the goal at the top. But the idea is expanded upon to allow players to stretch out the blocks by 2 spaces in any direction. It's a simple change, but it does make the game feel different. Still absolutely similar to past games in the series, but uniquely its own. Otherwise, everything else in the gameplay is pretty much the same. But Stretchmo allows players to choose what type of puzzles they would like to challenge. Mallow's Playtime Plaza is the main mode and is priced individually at $5. It has the most content by far at 100 puzzles to solve. Like past game, the difficulty does gradually increase as more complex configurations are introduced, along with different gadgets. The rest of the modes that can be bought have 50 puzzles and are $3 each. All of them allow you to play as Mallow's friends in their own adventures. With each one, the difficulty gradually increases, though there's also a steady increase of difficulty within the mode itself. It helps make everything feel balanced, even if you only purchase the harder modes. Poppy's Sculpture Square and Papa Block's NES Expo are pretty much the same. They both feature Stretchmo that have been designed to look like something else. In Poppy's case, it's everyday objects and animals. Papa Blocks, on the other hand, features classic NES characters. Both can be quite complex at times, though the NES Expo is the more challenging of the two. But what's interesting is that in all modes, there's more of an emphasis on 3D space as you progress. Since Stretchmo can be pulled in any direction, sometimes the solution is behind it. I feel it succeeds in this regard much more than Crash Mode did. That game often felt like it got too complex for its own good. Stretchmo makes this challenging without being confusing. And I think this is best exemplified in Corrin's Fortress of Fun, which actually introduces enemies to the game. While these enemies can knock you out, all they do is reset you to the beginning. Their real challenge is figuring out how to use them to reach the goal, since they can be stood on. It turns the game into much more of a puzzle platformer, and it really stands out as something unique. Of course, like the other games, there's a studio where players can create and take on each other's puzzles. Each mode will unlock the studio, but that mode also determines what tools you have at your disposal. In any case, it just packs Stretchmo with that much more content. There's really not much to say though about its presentation. It looks exactly like past games on the 3DS, with a colorful atmosphere and simple character designs. The music likewise is easy to listen to and puts you in the mood for puzzles. It's just not that different from what we've seen before. If you like the previous games, Stretchmo is absolutely worth getting. It's a smart expansion on the series' gameplay, and breaking it up into smaller chunks allows players to try out what they feel is best for them. But with the bundle of all modes only priced at $10, it's well worth getting the whole thing. I like Stretchmo a lot. In fact, it may be my favorite game in the Pushmo series. Don't let the free-to-play moniker push you away, and absolutely give it a look. Thanks for watching, and be sure to stay tuned to GameXplain for more on Stretchmo and other things gaming.